Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Wanjigi is now coming clear to clarify how William Ruto managed to walk over on 2022 general election, and even telling Kenyans that all four pillars that William Ruto used to accelerate his presidency is now gone. Jimmy is saying number one pillar is the church, number two is the people and MPs, number three, William Ruto had sweet narratives. Number four, this US ambassador called Meg Whitman. She has resigned. She's back in US. I want you to listen to Jimmy Wanjigi.
Today, the president is ashamed to meet people, to face people, cannot face people. You imagine that you have the whole Christian fraternity and the Muslims call a president a liar. His mouth has been taken away. William Samoei Ruto had four pillars to his regime. One was the church. The second were the people and parliamentarians. The third, I can assure you, was he had a narrative that he could market to people. He had a narrative. And the fourth was he had a lady called Meg Whitman, who decided she's going to fly his flag no matter how high. Those four pillars have gone. Parliament was cancelled. The people that were so-called with him, right? I can assure you that more than half of the vote that he got is out. His mouth has been taken away. His tongue taken away. His narrative taken away. He's called a liar. A head of state being called a liar by those who are the vanguards of our ethics called the church. He has nothing more to offer. Nothing more. Kenyans have given up on the man. He is no light. There is no future in this man and his regime. And in fact, every day that we sit back, let us accept there is no hope as long as he's sitting there. None at all. And in fact, the Kenyans have been quiet for 2 months. The Kenyans have been listening to only want one thing. How do we get him out before the term? This is not even about 2027 or Sijui 2027. People are asking, how do we get him out before the term?
Now, the way you have listened to Jimmy Wanjigi, before we continue, as you always do, please ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please ensure you like the video. Thank you so much for that like. Now, this is something that I've always opined in this channel. And kumbe Jimmy Wanjigi, also during his interview at Spice FM, he decided to say it. I've always said here that William Ruto's presidency was accelerated by the church. And the church is getting out of this move and saying no to William Ruto. In fact, the church has already branded William Ruto like a liar. They have said it many times. Now, the issue of the people, look at the way he decided to move with a little narratives against Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta that made some individuals from Mount Kenya region, Western, Coastal region, Rift Valley to support him, because he was a man that even you could not even convince some individuals that this man was going to fail. Now, number three, this issue of narrative, Mama Mboga, Boda, Hustler, and even sometimes you could feel that William Ruto was going to fill the vacuum of the hustlers that were passing a lot of problem, and he was going to solve their problems, What happened, The number four, this issue of the former ambassador of US, Meg Whitman. This ambassador interfered with our issues here. And I told you here that we are having several ambassadors. You'll not even listen to them. It is not easy. We are having ambassadors from Russia, we are having ambassadors from Germany, we are having ambassadors all over Saudi Arabia, Uganda, Tanzania, all over the world. But the only mouthy ambassador was Meg Whitman. So she felt like Kenyans never wanted her. So immediately the victory of Donald Trump, Meg Whitman decided to quit. So I want to say it very clear that William Ruto, his game has been blocked. And already Kenyans, they have realized what William Ruto is thinking about. The man has no idea about your interest. If you think that William Ruto is thinking about your interest, I'm sorry for you. Please, I'm sorry. The man has no interest. In fact, if it is the only president that is so terrified being re-elected again, is William Ruto. Is William Ruto. And even you can tell the ground is like they have a national anthem. Ruto must go. They release another one, Kasongo, So it is something that now Kenyans, they have decided we are not going to cool down any soon. No matter what steps that William Ruto is taking. Kenyans are always behind him. Yani bumper to bumper. William Ruto akifanya hii wanafanya hii. William Ruto akifinya hao pia wanafinya. In fact, if I can tell you what William Ruto is terrified about, number one is church. Number two, the young men and women called Gen Zs. These individuals don't play with them. And again, William Ruto is finding that the middle class wameshajui. The middle class wako ndani. Then how can you convince these individuals? And that is why you can see him so terrified. So terrified. The man is so terrified. So terrified. So then, you can count it. What Jimmy Wanjigi say, the man has lost it. 4 pillars. And in fact, any narrative that is coming up with is failing. I think about 1 month ago, I analyzed a video here about the system that William Ruto was trying to make, to embed or to encounter these. I saw William Ruto saying that there are a lot of propagandas that are being sold against him. So he wants to bring this software that was going to bring more sympathy, And so Kenyans were to come and understand that he's working but not real. In other words, the software was to spread propaganda, how William Ruto is working. And it failed. The lady that was to prepare that software, waliharibiana. Wanaanza kutusema hata madama alienda kotini. So it is not easy. It is not easy, Kenyans. In between William Ruto and his re-election 2027. Because he's just gambling. 4 pillars imeenda. The so-called church, people and the parliamentarians, MPs, hao wameblokiwa. Narratives hiyo hakuna, ili expire, hakuna kitu inaendelea. Then the ambassador alikuwa na mouthy words here. Alistopiwa hata resign. So the man is just gambling. Can I go to Nyanza? Can I be re-elected? The man is in Mount Kenya region. Leo amekutana na Uhuru Kenyatta. So the man has no interest to work for the people. His interest is, am I going to be re-elected? And that is the situation that William Ruto is in. So I think what Jimmy Wanjigi was saying at Spice FM is something that I've always said in this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till you meet in another video.